Substitution, level 8 for Johnny Fox.
Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena, saan etong si Japet Aguilar hindi nga po nakakalaro sa gabing ito. Napakalaking kawalan nito para sa Barangay Ginebra.
The plain and simple, you have Japet and where he's coming from, the confidence level that he's coming from after Gilas, and all of a sudden you become not available for your team. Even your teammates are looking forward to having you there. Napakasakit.
And for an update on Japet Aguilar, balik tayo kay Ms. Riza Diaz.
Mag-o Friday pa daw. Next week, ang susunod na appointment ni Japet sa kanyang doktor kung saan sisimulan na din yung rehabilitation at therapy para nga sa kanyang tuhod. Ang sabi niya talaga nakakapanghinayang. But then again, it's also an open opportunity nga daw para sa ibang mga teammates na niya para makapagpakita rin ang kaya nilang gawin for their team. Mag-o?
Thank you, Riza. Para ka LD position. Wala pang nakakabutas dito sa ating second quarter. Kasama ni Barakel, sina Urbistondo, Helterbrand, Mamaril at etong si Wilson. Katapat ngayon sina Espinas, Casio, McInnes, De La Cruz, and Baguio. Barakel finally gets some points across his name. He was shooting blanks in quarter number 1. For 2 para dito kay Mac. Let's see if those free throws can get him going. Mag-margin po, kasama natin si Jason Webb at ang puwersa ng Sports 5 inside the MOA Arena.
For score field, you see how difficult it's been para sa Barangay Ginebra. Under 30% Alaska, because they've been able to do a good job of running their sets closer to 50%.
3-second violation whistled on Wendell McInnes.
Wendell McInnes, not yet, hindi pa natin nakikita sa kanya yung larong nakita natin sa kanya, especially in that game against Rain or Shine.
May mawawarningan pa ba dito?
Warning numbers, Luigi over 17 knock-off.
Coach Luigi being marred here, and he continues to plead his case. Ball has been inbounded. Urbistondo magtatawid para sa Ginebra. JJ gets that ball right back. They go over to Barakel. He wants to attack De La Cruz. Barakel with a jump hook.
And there is a certain air of confidence with Mac against the Alaska Aces today. Nakita natin sa kanya, ang dami ng mga tira. He's really looking for his shot.
Espinas kontra Wilson. Espinas. Babawi ng jump hook. Ito, napagapang papasok.
Well, that's when you feel that wala kang ang Japet Aguilar because not really a guy out there para din sa Barangay Ginebra that could be that weak side shot blocker.
And bukod kay Japet Aguilar, isa pang wala para sa Barangay Ginebra, Kirby Raimundo, who continues to miss action here at the Governor's Cup dahil sa isang bone bruise. Baguio walks right into that layup. Walang umarang, Jason.
And that's the third time. It's actually, it almost looks exactly the same as his first 2 layups, which he had in the first quarter.
Mamaril looking to set up at the post. They get it over to Barakel. Here's a 3 from JJ. He punches it through.
Good read there because Cyrus Baguio went for that steal, leaving JJ Helterbrand. Helterbrand, one of those guys na kailangan ng Barangay Ginebra na makaputos so that their bench can match up with the bench of the Alaska Aces.
Before tonight, JJ has only been shooting 25% from deep. Espinas loses that leather. Barangay Ginebra looking to attack. Urbistondo bottled up, gets it over to Barakel. Mamaril asking for it. But the ball makes its way back over to the point guard. Urbistondo kontra Espinas. Step back 3. Couldn't deliver. Baguio with a running start. It's a 3-on-2. Shooty foul given up by Helterbrand. As we take a look at this Kawasaki Rousing Fast Break, brought to you by Rouser 135 by Kawasaki. Rouse the rider in you. Dami nakapaligid, walang humarang rin kay Baguio sa pagkakataon na yun.
Just getting a nice straight line to the basket.
McInnes at the post. Wilson tutulungan ni Lohorn. Nando dun sa toss. Ball remains with Alaska.
Actually happened right in front of us. Could have been a Barangay Ginebra ball actually.
Hindi kaya nakatulong yung fact na sinave kasi ni Urbistondo.
Usually, yun yung tinitingnan ng referee when they don't have a look at it. Turns out to be an important possession dahil nagkaroon ng 3-point shot. si Cyrus Baguio.
Balik sa 10 ang abante rito ng mga alas. Less than 9 minutes remaining sa ating second quarter. Lowhorn battling for position against Toss. Ball goes over to Helterbrand. Barakel puts it on the floor. Hop, step, and a reverse. Nilawalag ng ring. McInnes will lead the break. Gets it to JV. He sees a beeline to the basket. Breakdown in defense by Barangay Ginebra gives Alaska his dozen-point lead. Timeout muna para kay Coach Ato. Ginebra San Miguel finding themselves down by a dozen points. Reinserts Kagiwa into their 5. Lowhorn from Kagiwa goes last for 2 points.
Even points para sa Barangay Ginebra. Coach Chato having to call a timeout because of the lapses on defense, especially on their transition. You look at the inside points. Alaska already with 18. A majority of those not really post-ups, but lay-ups.
The Fast and the Furious on the floor together contra dito sa The Beast. Look at him get up there. Talagang inabangan niyang mawala pa si Wilson bago niya tinira.
You almost don't know what he plans to do. That's why si Wilson gusto niya sana mag-draw charge, but then you don't know if Calvin's gonna try to get around you.
Kagiwa over to Wilson, back to Kagiwa on that left side. Wilson pulls the trigger, and the Beast with his 5th rebound of the game.
You mentioned that offensively not really there yet in terms of points. Pero yung rebounds ni Calvin nandyan na since the start of this conference.
Baguio to McInnes. Puts it up and out. Kagiwa will get it across para dito sa mga nakapula. Barakel lines up a 3. Bang!
Just a good setup on the part of Mark Kagiwa to get Mac Barakel that open look. Has not shot well from 3-point range yet this conference is Barakel. But when you're open, ang laki ng itataas ng percentage.
Rasha looking for McInnes. Fouled from behind by Wilson. With regards to sa kinikwento natin tweet ni Mark Kagiwa kahapon asking for more ball movement. Do you see it so far in this first half, Jason?
They actually have more assists than the Alaska Aces at this point. They have 8 compared to Alaska's 5. But scoring-wise, when you look at the score, doesn't really reflect para dito sa Barangay Ginebra because their bigger problem seemingly is their defense.
Kagiwa to Wilson in the lane. Sinausaw pa. Nailang pa rin kay McInnes. McInnes on the breakout. McInnes against 3. Gusto yata buhatin lahat ng kabarangay dito sa loob na arena. Looked like JJ was actually trying to give up a foul. Yan ang sinasabi ni team manager Al Francis Chua.
Second 14 on for Barangay Ginebra. 2 free throws. Wendell McInnes.
Here's JJ continues to explain to the officials he was giving up the foul at that court.
Resolution bringing up for William Wilson, Darius Sanitas.
You can see the lack of depth dun sa big man ng Barangay Ginebra sa puntong to. Lalong-lalo na yung mga big man na malalaking katawan, and they're gonna need that because McInnes is one of those guys that is going to throw his weight around.
Sa bagay, yung Meyerhofer hindi pa ginagamit dito, pero pag tinapat mo naman dito kay McInnes, talagang baka mapakinis lang doon. Etong si Rico, medyo manipis ang kanyang kaha. Mamaril is back on the floor. Kagiwa to the wing. JJ. No. Rebound. Lowhorn. Lost it as he went back up, pero meron namang foul.
You see a number of times Mark Kagiwa is actually setting up his teammates. He knows that the defense is going to key up on if he gave an open look para kay Mac Barakel earlier for a 3 this time around to JJ, although JJ unable to knock it down.
Anim na minuto na titira dito sa ating second quarter. Azul is back on the floor. Sama sina Espinas, Abueva, McInnes, and Ontiveros. Abueva shovels it over to Espinas.
That is well run on the part of the Alaska Aces. And we're talking about sharing the basketball. Yun yung gusto makita ni Coach Luigi Trillo from his boys. And just excellent ball movement for that dunk.
Pero away from play, ito si Espinas. Pinura si Mamaril.
That's his second, 13 foul for the Aces.
Take another look at it, Jason.
Calvin Abueva actually went from the opposite side to get there and then able to set up his teammates. And he lets the crowd know about it.
Ellis pulls up. Those are the situations na hindi na talaga umikot yung bola, no? 39-28, it is the Alaska Aces by 11 points. Mahigit na minuto na lang natitira sa ating first half. Abueva na naman, this time he's tied up and he turns it over in favor of Ginebra.
Bit of a zone defense there, being absorbed by the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings earlier. Alaska able to dissect that zone because they were moving the ball well and they were swinging the ball from side to side. This time, pinilit nila yung action dun sa isang side. The zone of Ginebra able to stand tall.
Helterbrand over to Lowhorn. Kagiwa on the move, back over to Helterbrand. They go to Ellis at the baseline, and Ellis comes up with a flip shot.
Warning on Ginebra. That's the first one for Ginebra. 12 visitors after the basket.
One of the rule adjustments for this conference, nakita nyo, na-warningan for delay of game in Ginebra, pero action did continue, and you actually get 2 warnings now before you get teed up for a technical. It's 39-30. Alaska abante ng siyam as we thank our radio partners 90.7 Love Radio, 101.1 Yes FM, 96.3 Easy Rock at ang ating mga kapatid over at DZSR 918 Sports Radio, Eric Reyes, Nico Ramos with the call of tonight's action. 30-second timeout requested here. Idol. Samboy Lim in the house. So just when it looked like Alaska was going to take total control of this game in front of the thousands in attendance, Barangay Ginebra has kept in step with them at least. May pagkakataong pambawasan. Ito siyang napuntos na kanilang hinahabol.
And they dodged a huge bullet there.
Ellis to Helterbrand. Punches it through!
Sometimes you have to be lucky as well. You had JV Casio wide open, could not knock it down. And then Ginebra able to get their own 3 points on the other end.
Casio against Ellis. Mamimigay ng pick ito si Espinas. Naunahan ni Lowhorn sa bola. Ellis over to Kagiwa on the run. The spark on the move. Puts it up. No. Lowhorn is there. Put back. No good, pero he will troop to the line for 2 shots.
And he fouls on defense. Inside their fourth team foul for the Alaska Aces. 2 shots,
Ginebra able to get things going via this 3-point shot right here, cutting into this lead of the Alaska Aces. Second 3-pointer for JJ Helterbrand, both of them coming here in the second quarter.
Lowhorn misses. Pero 5 na lang ang hinahabol dito ng Ginebra. Toss anchoring that triangle. Everybody clears out for him now. Jump hook is good.
Too much time, too much space para dito kay Sunny Toss.
Now ito si JV Casio, ni ayaw ng pagtanggapin ng bola si JJ Helterbrand. Lowhorn gets it over to the left. Kagiwa tumanggap. Now JJ gets his hands on it. Ginebra moving it around. Ellis lines it up. Punches it through.
Good ball movement para sa Barangay Ginebra. Ito ata yung kinalabasan ng tweet ni Mark Kagiwa. You can see that ball. No one dribbled. Tapos wala pang 2 segundo sa bawat isa yung bola. Umiikot kagad.
Toss. Rattles this one home. Sa mga nagtatanong po, ano ba yung tinweet ni Mark Kagiwa? Hanapin niyo po, official MC47. Hindi natin pwede ulitin yung buong tweet eh.
Bakit? Ano nakasulat?
Merong profane language. Ellis lines it up again. Not that time around. Kanina ipinakita natin at the Sports 5 Center as Baguio misses this one. JJ looks to get them into their set.
Yeah, they want to go to Mark Kagiwa because they feel there's a mismatch right there.
Casio, ang bantay ni Kagiwa, gets it out. JJ once again. Di makakuha yung pangatlo. Low horn underneath. Puts it right through.
You can only ask for your players to make the right decision. Para sa Barangay Ginebra, it was the right decision. Mark had the mismatch. Then nakita niya may tumutulong, got an open look, and eventually his team rewarded because of all that helping na nangyayari. Nalibre si Lohorn sa ilalim.
I'm out muna. Ni-request dito ng Alaska Aces. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena kung saan kami nagpapaalala na masusubaybayan na rin ang PBA sa Action TV International. Sa Middle East via Orbit Showtime Network, sa Europe naman via OSN TV tomorrow, at sa Guam via MTV Broadband. Sabihan na ninyo ang inyong mga kamag-anak na abangan ng maaksyon na labanan ng PBA, pati na rin ng UFL sa Action TV International. Look at the mammoth crowd inside the arena. Beautiful faces as well as Commissioner's Row with our good Commissioner Attorney Chito Salud and Boss Willie Marshall as we send it over to Riza.
Magusi, Mark Kagiwa mismo ang nanguna sa kanilang team huddle after practice yesterday, addressing also what he tweeted about. Ang sabi niya sa akin, their import could score about 100 points. Kung di naman daw sila mananalo, it doesn't mean anything. So it doesn't mean anything bad with that tweet. Ang gusto lang daw niya mas maraming ma-involve sa kanilang opensa so that even if they lose, if they play as a team, okay lang daw yan.
Ito naman pala, hindi naman siya sa import nagagalit. Gusto lang niya lahat sila. Everybody happy sa buong team.
Only way to get everyone happy and on the same page is when you start winning. When you start winning, there are no problems. There seemingly are no problems that's big enough or worth it para sa team.
Casio goes cross-court papunta kay Baguio. Helterbrand closes out. JV gets it over to McInnes. Ontiveros attacking that baseline. Taken away by Ginebra. Here comes Kagiwa on the run. Gets it over to Lohorn. Eeyore gets the 2 points.
Kala ko di makakatigil si Lohorn eh. But able to get its wits about him. And again, Kagiwa willing to give up the basketball there.
McInnes looking to silence the first wave of that Ginebra chant.
And that's actually only his second field goal. No, first field goal of the game.
5 points in total pa lang para dito kay Wendell McInnes. Mukhang may antidote din para sa kanya. Etong Ginebra. Ellis slicing through. Flip shot doesn't work. Less than a minute remaining sa ating second quarter. Babalik ang bola dito sa Alaska. Casio rifles it on.
They were lucky when he missed the first one. Kung saan libre-libre siya. But you know, you can't be twice lucky. Sobrang swerte mo na kung dalawang mintis na libre si JV at mag-mintis na dalawang beses.
10 puntos na para sa birthday boy na si JV Casio. Ellis ang tatanggap galing kay Mamarel. They get it over to Lohorn. Kanina airball yung test. This time around, ring lang ang tinamaan. Mamarel and Ontiveros having a conversation in the backcourt. They put it up. McInnes lays it in.
Again, it's that transition defense. No, hindi natin nakita na 5 ang bumaba para sa Barangay Ginebra. And because not all of them went down, McInnes, libre-libre sa ilalim.
50-40, it is Alaska by 10 once again as we take a look at that last JV Casio triple. Talagang Alaska just looking for the open men on the floor this time around. Casio returning the favor. Pabalik naman kay McInnes. So Barangay Ginebra will have 5.4 seconds to try and come up with a basket here. Try and salvage momentum as we head into the dugout. Kami ni Jason magbe-break pa ng dalian pero nandiyan naman ang Sports 5 Center to keep everybody happy. Miko Lili and Coach Frankie Lim will be there to take care of all of us. Ellis, kailangan magmadali. Ontiveros ang sasalubong. Foul to give para dito sa Alaska.
Foul on number 25, Ontiveros.
That leaves 2.5 on the clock. Ellis waiting for the movement. They get it to JJ. One dribble three. Doesn't work para dito kay Helterbrand. So at the end of the first 24 minutes of action, it is Alaska by 10 points. Barangay Ginebra had a couple of runs there to get themselves back in it, pero Alaska had enough to keep them at bay.
It's always going to be a game run. You have two quality teams in today, and you expect teams to have those runs.
So it's 50-40, pero hindi pa kami magbe-break ni kasamang Jason dahil meron tayong espesyal na bisita here at the half. And he is none other, syempre, than the reigning MVP, Mark the Spark Kagiwa. Mark, so far in the first half, we were just reviewing your tweet from yesterday. How do you like the ball movement so far?
So far, it's been good. Whenever we reverse that ball, we're good. You know, yun nga sinasabi ko sa kanila. The more we can't kasi minsan pag poste ka agad, nawawala na yung play. So sinasabi ko sa kanila, keep reversing the ball, pass the ball around. What we were doing the last couple of minutes, that was good. You know, we just didn't get any stops. Kaya lumamang na naman na 10.
And it seems like stops have been a major issue, Mark. Already 50 points on the other side. What do you see wrong? I mean, you had mentioned it in your tweet, but what else it seems to be bothering the team?
Just the ball movement. Kaya like right now, kaya you know, I want to be an example. I want to be the one. I want to be the ball mover instead of the scorer. You know, it doesn't mean na kailangan mo score ng 30 or 20 plus just so you can win the game. You know, it's a team game, and if you move that ball around, everyone gets touches, everyone's happy. That's all I want.
Thanks for your time, Mark, and hopefully it comes together in the second half. So that'll do it for us on the floor, pero standby lang kayo. The Sports 5 Center is coming up after this break.